30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, 5 exercise circuit. Just stick with me. When you see the timer here go to green, that means we're going. When you see the yellow or red, that means we're resting. First one we're going to do, some bicep curls, dumbbell bicep curls. Nice soft bend in the knees. A couple different variations we can do here. We can either do hammer curls, elbows tucked, thumbs up, coming up, controlling it right back down. So let's start there. Soft bend in the knees, elbows tucked, coming up, right back down. Notice when I'm here doing those hammer curls that my elbows aren't coming off my body. They're staying glued, and I'm just, like I have something between that bicep and the wrist. I'm trying to squeeze at the top every single time. Shoulders stay back. I'm not rounding forward to meet the weights. Arms come all the way down to the ground straight and all the way back up. Down, all the way back up.
2, 1.
All right, we got 30 seconds rest, then we're coming to some lateral squats. So for these, we're going to take a nice wide stance. We do these with or without a dumbbell. I'm going to show it with a dumbbell in the goblet position. When we're here, one leg is going to stay completely straight, and we're going to sit back to the other side. We're going to stay on the same side for the entire round, so don't switch sides. Don't go the other direction. If the weight's a little bit much, just lose it.
3,
2, 1, sit back, and push that knee out. Should be see I've got a bench here next to me. It's almost like I'm trying to touch my knee to that bench every single time I go down. Toe all the way to heel stays on the ground. I'm not coming forward. I'm sitting my butt back like I'm trying to sit in a chair as I push that knee out. Notice you can see my head and chest the entire time. There's never a point where you're looking at the top of my head. Everything is staying up nice and tall.
2, 1.
Good. Now we're coming to some dumbbell reverse flies. We're gonna go a little bit lighter. We're gonna get in the bottom of our hip hinge. So what does that mean? It means our back's nice and flat. Feet are about hip width apart. Nice soft bend in the knees. We squeeze the arms like we've got oranges underneath. Hips back. We're in the bottom of our hip hinge position, basically the bottom of a deadlift. Hands started together. Reverse fly, so we're coming up, controlling it back down.
2, 1.
Again, soft knees. Try and touch your butt to the wall behind you. Hands start right in front of the knees. Coming up, controlling it back down. Notice, I'm keeping the shoulders pulled down. I'm not shrugging forward. Shoulders pulled down the whole time, and I'm controlling those weights back together. I'm not just letting them collapse down. Controlled, back down. Controlled, back down. Back nice and flat.
2, 1.
Good. From there, we got single leg hip bridges coming onto our back. We're going to have one foot down. Other leg is going to be up towards the ceiling. Arms down by the sides for that balance, that foot that's down. Big toes all the way to heel, that whole foot's down. You're going to drive those hips up towards the ceiling and control it right back down.
3,
2, 1, good. Again, push through that full foot. Try to get those hip bones as close to the ceiling as you can. Control it down. Push through that full foot. Control it back down. Deep breath in. Exhale as you drive the hips up. Inhale as you come back down. If you can't quite keep the hips there, bring the other foot down, turn it to a 2-leg hip bridge. Final one, we're coming to either bear or baby crawl. So we'll start with both. To do this, we're going to start one hand and knee separate, other knee and hand touching. And then we're just going to switch them. So I've got the same side, hand and knee touching, other two are spread. If I'm doing my baby crawl, then I'm just going to switch. I'm going to step the other two forward so those two touch. And again. And I'm going to go backwards, but you don't have to if you have the room to. Need a hand, need a hand. If we want to change that to a bear crawl, it's the same exact movement. We're just going to pick those knees up off the floor. Need a hand, or wrist, I guess. Need a wrist, need a wrist. Trying to pick up that hand and foot at the same time.
Rest.
So now we've got a minute of rest. I'll wait till this gets down to about 30 seconds to end the video. Rewind that to the beginning and it'll match up with the 30-second warm-up I had at the beginning. Stay on the same side for anything that's one side or the other for the entire 30 seconds. Again, go through as many times as denoted in your personal training. This is 30-30, 5-exercise circuits. Mix of concentric, eccentric, and isometric exercise.